It has been recently announced that Van Hunt has proposed to actress Halle Berry. While talking to Today.com, Hunt revealed that although he has popped the question to his longtime partner, Berry has yet to accept. I put out the proposal and it's still on hold, as you can see. It's just out there floating. You know, maybe you can encourage her. I'm sorry, Van and Halle. I say let that marriage proposal continue to float in the air. I do like you two as a couple, but given Halle's history in relationships, I think it's best to leave things where they are at, as they are, for the preservation of your relationship. Please allow me to explain. Arguably one of the most beautiful women in the world, actress Halle Berry is one of the most desirable and celebrated women in the industry. From the 90s till today, rappers consistently find ways to rhyme about the stunning beauty that is Miss Berry. So one can't help but wonder how a woman with exceptional beauty, grace, and success can be so unlucky in love.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
No, really, she does. That's where the problem lies.
One man stole all your jewelry. I mean, you really know how to fix it, didn't you?
I know. If there's a loser in any town,
You would have found him.
I used to find him. It was just my way.
And we the people, fans of her work, failed to see what's so damn funny. These losers and abusers caused her to lose 80% of the hearing in her left ear, years wasted in toxic relationships, and multiple hits to her self-esteem and net worth.
Yeah, double homicide.
Her first marriage to baseball player David Justice began when she proposed to him. I'm gonna need her to remember she is Halle freaking Berry. He did say that when he met her, he wanted to marry her too, and they did on New Year's Day in '93, and in 3 years, they struck out.
But rumors started to buzz, with allegations of infidelity on both sides, and it's reported that David was publicly still playing the field. And after some time quietly separated, Halle filed for divorce from Justice.
The tabloids had their way with Halle Berry-David Justice marriage.
Berry's split from Justice was very tense and very messy.
Just like any breakup, it's a little tough.
Halle Berry had him served with divorce papers, between the 5th and 6th innings of a Padres game.
My sense of self and my self-worth was totally connected to him. So when he left, I felt like nothing.
Their very public split turned ugly after Halle filed a restraining order against David.
And hopefully, whenever I venture into it again, if I ever do, I'll be more equipped next time to make better choices before marriage, to pick a different kind of person that's better for me. And I've learned things that I should and shouldn't do within a marriage that will possibly make it last.
Wrong. In 2001, Halle Berry and R&B singer Eric Benet tied the knot. And I can't lie, I really liked them as a couple, but then Halle let the world know that
There was woman after woman after woman after woman after woman.
And on top of that, Eric Benet tried to challenge their prenuptial agreement and seek spousal support.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you learn something from this? When you go to bed at night, you lay there and you take responsibility for yourself.
I mean, you cheated and destroyed your own marriage. Why were you seeking compensation? Because you got caught? Luckily, Halle didn't have to give him a penny and he peacefully got the hell on. In 2013, Halle Berry married fellow actor Olivier Martinez, and the two share a son together, Maceo. In 2016, they split and their divorce dragged on for years and didn't finalize until late 2023.
Damn!
Now check this out. Halle Berry filed for sole custody of their son, who was 10 years old at the time of filing, and she was ordered to pay Martinez $8,000 in child support and 4.3% of any income she receives over $2 million. Mind you, Berry also covers all funds pertaining to Maceo's school tuition, extracurricular activities, and health insurance. This user also filed a court declaration claiming that Berry is unwilling to cover his court fees. So I guess he wants her to fund his fight against her in court. Not only does she love a loser, she loves one with audacity. And of course, I haven't forgotten about this loser, Gabriel Aubry, who Halle Berry never married, but they do share her oldest child, daughter Nala. Gabriel Aubry is a former fashion model now living his best life on Halle's dime. Their relationship was so messy. Now take this with a grain of salt because the source is the National National Enquirer, and sometimes they get it right and a lot of times they get it wrong. But the reason Aubry and Berry split was because he held an incestuous relationship with a family member for years. And unsealed documents from the case obtained by the National Enquirer revealed that the couple only did the nasty 3 times a year, as Canadian model Aubry struggled with the effects of his incest. Berry testifies, after the first 6 months of our relationship, our you-know-what life dwindled. After a year, we were having, less than 3 times a year. Her legal team claimed the sordid affair, which began when Aubry was in foster care, continued for years. She also claimed that he had a history of mental health problems and suffered from depression and social anxiety, but refused to seek professional help. She added, Gabriel refused to acknowledge or accept responsibility for these matters. Instead, he criticized my body in ways that were degrading to women. I finally convinced him to see a joint therapist to address these issues. He failed to take responsibility in this matter? Now I have to stop the presses right here, because if all of this is true, allegedly, Halle, ma'am, you started dating him in 2005. They met at a Versace photo shoot. And Halle had Nala in 2008. So if you knew all of this, why did you give him a baby? And he likes to call you and Nala the N-word when he gets mad? And I feel like they are alluding to the incest being with a male family member, because why is he allegedly repulsed by women's bodies? Anyway, when they broke up, Halle had to reach down in her purse and she was ordered to pay this man $16,000 per month. It was recently reduced to $8,000 plus a lump sum of $115,000, but she was also ordered to pay him 4.3% of any annual income over $1.95 million. And I'm trying to figure out why she was forced to pay that when they weren't married. I distinctly remember an interview Halle Berry did with Oprah where she said that she really wanted to have a baby and that she was willing to pay a man whatever he wants. And for some reason, I cannot find that interview anywhere. If you've seen it, please let me know in the comments. I know I'm not crazy. I know I heard her say this. I remember I was in middle school, I think, and I remember my mouth dropping and thinking this was not going to end well for her. Even at that age, I knew that wasn't a smart thing to say out loud. I know every attractive Dusty within the sound of her voice came running to get chose, but at least Nala's almost 18, so she won't have to deal with this too much longer. And now, after all these years at age 54, Halle believes that the new man in her life, Van Hunt, is the one that she was meant to be with this whole time. Halle and Van met back in 2020 during the lockdown. The two built an emotional connection online for weeks before meeting in person. The couple shared that they disclosed all of their faults and failures in past relationships and life, and the exchange of information brought them closer together. In 2001, they went Instagram official with this little post, Sunday Fun Day, with the two laid up in bed with their feet intertwined. After the first year of dating, Halle got to meet Van's son, and he got to meet her 2 kids. And it does seem like Halle is in a very happy place with Van. We are so used to seeing Halle polished and poised. Now we see Halle more carefree and just happy. They appear to bring out the best in each other. But Halle is a little reluctant to go down the aisle again, and I don't blame her. I mean, I don't know what I'd do if every man I attempted to build a life with allegedly put hands on me, cheated on me, and then gets to walk away with a fat check that I gotta cut every month. And I know some people might not like this, but I think maybe Halle Berry was better off adopting as a single mother or getting a sperm donor. I know with a donor, you risk getting a specimen that could have God knows what in their DNA, but she knew one of the men, and incest and racist tendencies allegedly are within his DNA, and she still had a baby with him. So hopefully Van understands this woman might be traumatized when it comes to marriage. And it's a double standard, I know, because if it was the other way around, I would say the woman should leave, because if he can take a chance on those other women, why not her? Hypocrite, I know. And yet Van only has 1 failed marriage under his belt. Halle has 3. Halle may fear that if she marries him, it might mess up everything between them. And I don't know, because I see very strong arguments from both sides. I'll just say that I hope they find a compromise that they both can agree on. And Halle hasn't taken marriage off the table. She did say, I think we will get married, just because out of the people I've been married to, this is the person I should have married. And I feel like I should. We should get married. But it's not because we feel like we have to. I think it's something that we would like to do because we want that expression. So I'm thinking like a commitment ceremony where they have a wedding, say their vows, have a celebration for friends and family, but they don't make it legal. But y'all let me know down in the comments what you think. Given everything Halle Berry's been through in her relationships, do you think that she's right or wrong for not accepting her musician boyfriend's proposal? Or do you think that Van should feel a way that Halle hasn't accepted his proposal and maybe he should give her an ultimatum? Or just be patient? In the meantime, in between time, please like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.